All right, guys, in today's video, we're gonna talk about how to set the club correctly during the backswing. Now, the way you set the club and how you get it moving initially either is gonna make the rest of your swing really easy, like Grant's here, or if it's off, you're gonna spend literally the rest of your swing trying to make up for it. I know none of us want that. To my right, I spoiled it there a little bit, Mr. Grant Horvat.
Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate you being out here. If you haven't seen Grant before, you're gonna be in for a treat here with his swing. If you're coming from Grant's channel, I think you're gonna get a nice little look into Grant's mind and some of the pieces in his swing that make his swing so darn good.
Next on the 10th tee, Grant Horvat.
Why don't we just hit one to start with?
Yep, let's do it.
And we're gonna work through some of the details here today, guys, and we'll give you some checkpoints and one or two drills. But just watch Grant hit one or two and notice how he gets the club moving during the backswing. And then we're gonna point some things out that he does really well here. So you watch that golf swing, and just about everything is really good. But one of the things I see in Grant's, did you switch clubs or is that your best?
I did,
one?
no, I
Okay,
switched clubs, yeah.
One of the things that Grant does so well that makes the rest of his swing so easy is how he gets it moving during his backswing. And really like getting the club on plane and a bit more vertical. And so let me give them a couple checkpoints, Grant, and then we'll work through the details. So you set up there where you feel comfortable. And why don't we get the club to about like left arm parallel during the backswing?
Perfect.
Just to start with. So when we go back, I'm gonna put this club kind of down the ball line. If Grant gets into a position, let's say kind of halfway back during his backswing, one of the things you're gonna notice he does really well is the angle that he gets the shaft on. So if we were to put a laser or a line through the butt of the club, you would notice that that's gonna point on or just inside that ball line where that club is on the ground. So it'd be like slightly more vertical than normal. What Grant doesn't do that we see a lot, and this is what you want to avoid when he goes back, is he doesn't get the club really horizontal or flat.
Right.
And one of the easy signs when you go back that you've done this fairly well is that the club, when he sets it right, like that should feel lighter.
It does feel like, yeah.
And when we do it bad, that should feel very heavy.
Right.
Heavy. So when you make your backswing, if you can get it a little bit more vertical, not like that, show us the good one there,
right.
Grant. If we can get the club a bit more vertical and a bit more on plane, that's gonna make the downswing really easy. Specifically, and then we're gonna talk through some feels here.
Yeah.
It does two things. Okay, if we can let's get into that good vertical position one more time. So the club's hinging and setting on plane. We'll talk through the details, let's say about here.
Yep.
So that club's just inside the ball line. From this position, when Grant continues to turn and gets into a good top of backswing, it makes it really easy for him to get that slight shallowing in transition. It's easy to have the shaft shallowing out, and it should feel fairly effortless because the club is very light. Now, if we do the bad version, where Grant goes back, he gets real horizontal on the way back, it feels heavy, we're gonna get the opposite of that coming down. Lots of effort, lots of over the top. Hey guys, if you're watching today's video and you enjoy the tips, but you really wanna take your game to a whole nother level, my friends here at Performance Golf are hosting beautiful 2-day immersive golf schools with the best golf coaches in the world all around the United States. You know, I find a lot of golfers come in to see us and they're really not able to identify and fix their real root cause. And usually there's like 4 or 5 main swing issues we have, but finding the real one main root flaw that can domino effect and fix all the rest of the pieces is really the thing that makes or breaks someone's improvement. So if you want to make like 1 or 2 years worth of improvements in 2 days, I highly recommend you check out my friends at Performance Golf, these golf schools down below. Click the link down there, see if there's still a spot left in a location that works for you. It could be the thing that transforms your game. Look forward to having an awesome experience.
You go to the range, you see a lot of golfers. The most common for sure is going to be the inside and open. And that's going to set you up for the dreaded slice, which people are always trying to avoid. New golfers especially, it's the most common shot. But when you start here inside and open, your next move is going to be to come over the top and throw the handle to try and square it up. So yeah, like Eric said, if you're getting it right on plane here, it's going to set you up for a good backswing and to hopefully hit a good golf shot.
Yeah, and we're gonna show some of Grant's swing throughout the video so you can see how well he does this naturally. Let's hit one more here, Grant, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the takeaway.
Yeah.
And you'll notice, like, he at this point doesn't have to think about this. This is happening very naturally for him.
But it was something that I worked on harder than anything.
Oh, is that right? With
oh,
the
yeah.
Okay.
I used to do drills where I'd stop here, set the club, and then hit it. That was one of my dad's favorite drills he gave me. And you see Justin Thomas and Ricky doing that on the range, where they're so worried about where the club is right here.
Yes.
Because I feel like the difference between here and here is huge, and people don't really, talk about that a ton.
Yeah, it might be only a couple of inches of difference on camera, but the effect it has on the downswing, yeah, it's humongous.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we'll just hit another smooth one out there. Yeah, nice. And so, when I'm referencing the club kind of at like left arm parallel to Grant's point, the takeaway is a big piece of that. And so when you're doing the first move, Grant, the takeaway, do you have kind of a checkpoint you're looking for, like down the toe line?
Yeah, there's a couple things I look for. So when I'm going back, I like to make sure the hands are staying close to the body, but the club head is slightly outside my hands. So my hand pass not out here. My hands are actually staying close to the body, but my club head is outside my hands slightly. Yeah, then from here, I'm looking more at where the club face is pointed. So this would obviously be shut, this would be open. I want that square, kind of matching my spine angle to start.
Okay.
And from there, I feel like once you get into this position here, it's really hard to mess it up a ton. I mean, there's definitely ways to do it,
Right.
but it is very difficult if you're getting in this perfect position here, good grip, and you are right here. It will set you up for a good backswing, and hopefully you're gonna feel the downswing as well.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And so when you're doing the takeaway, to your point, it's the club head feeling a little bit more outside, but not the hands going out with it.
Right, exactly, because I feel like if you were to bring the hands out with it, you're probably gonna have a better chance. If the hands start to work out, the club head's probably gonna wanna work in.
Yeah.
So if you were to keep those hands closer to the body here, the club head and the club head staying outside, you're probably gonna have a better chance of also coming from the inside on the downswing.
100%.
Just like subconsciously.
Let me borrow your club. I'm gonna show you guys a little drill. You got the little Arca, so I'm gonna switch you. So I'm gonna put this in, I'm gonna give you my club.
Perfect.
Shout out to Como. So when you take your setup position there, if you guys use this as a little drill, so I just put a little T in the back of the butt of the club, to exaggerate the feels, right? One of the things you can feel, the T, imagine that's like a laser.
Right.
If we get from setup, let's say Grant, to about the time your hands with your right thigh, you wanna feel as though during this takeaway, like the T stays pointed towards you.
Right.
T towards you. Let's do a bad version, Grant, where it rolls inside. So when we roll way inside, we can see the T points way out here to like right field.
Right.
So it's a really easy little indicator. Let's go set up again, Grant. So just to the right thigh, T towards you. Now from this position, like Grant said, if you get it there pretty good, most of the other stuff should happen by itself, but kind of what you want to feel from there. So let's say we keep it towards us to the thigh. Now from here, when you're setting it, you want to feel like the T gets pointed down at or just inside this ball line. So I'll give you a little visual here so you can see it. So you could have like a little two-part reference point when you guys are practicing this. So if we go from the right thigh to about halfway back, that T should feel like it's on or just inside the ball line.
Right.
So draw like a line through it. Certainly we wouldn't be like way out there on the way back.
Right, exactly. Or too far inside here.
Yes.
Pointing down. There's two exaggerations to it, but yeah, pointing at the ball is definitely a great checkpoint to have.
And if you're doing this right early, like Grant said, you should feel, let's do maybe one or two of those little drills and then we'll hit. So the T's gonna stay towards him just for the first couple inches of the swing, and then you wanna feel like that point's more at or inside the ball line. The club should feel a little bit lighter compared to normal. If the club feels heavy, we're not doing that, it should feel lighter. From there, Grant's just gonna complete his backswing and swing, and the club should really automatically plane out, swing from inside, create a lot of that speed that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and hit one when you're ready there, Grant, with that. So T towards us early, and then a little bit more down towards the ground from there to the top. Yeah, nice, good swing, dude. Really nice. I mean, we all want to swing like Grant. Hopefully we can just get percentage points closer to that.
Yeah, that was one of the best ones today, and I really focused on just keeping that T pointed at me, just on the takeaway, and then from there, it kind of,
let it go.
It should set you up pretty good.
Yeah, the more pieces you do well earlier in the swing, the easier everything else is after that.
Right.
The more pieces you do well early, everything's easy. But by definition, if that's true, that means, gosh, if you mess up those first couple of moves, it's so hard from there throughout, and you don't want that.
Right.
So if you want to swing like Grant, appreciate you.
Hey, thank you, Eric.
Out here, dude.
Thanks for having me.
If you want to swing like this outside of a ton of practice and watch Grant, we're going to link his channels down below. You can see him playing some amazing golf courses, awesome match of some of the best players in the world, and his teaching channel if you want to get more tips and tricks like this. But guys, put some attention on getting the club set correctly. You're going to really benefit from that practice just like Grant did. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below with any questions you have.
Thank you, guys.